Oh, what an idiot. What is happening, people? And welcome back to Behind the Ramble. That is typical. I've been sat here because I had a couple of minutes really, just to get everything together before I came on. And I've just been sort of keeping up with messages and trying to catch up with a few different bits. Didn't check the mic once, and I should have known that it wouldn't be on. So there you go. I have to do it on stream. Hope you're all good. I just wanted to jump in, and it'll only be quick, really, because we've got a press conference to get to at past. So I won't be keeping you. Don't worry about that. But I just thought I'd jump on today, and there's so many like positive things happening at the minute, both in my life and things that affect my life, like Sheffield United. My mates are doing well. Mark Meldrew's in comments. I'll get some comments. Jamie Dumpling says, "Well, this isn't ominous." Also, evening paleo. Is that an Aussie word? I'm not sure. Good luck tomorrow with the Ramble Soccer Special. It's tonight, Jamie. You are all over the place, pal. I will be asleep for it. Thom says, "Good afternoon, my mate. Hope you're well." The one I'd spotted was Mark Meldrew. I am, mate. Thank you. Hope you are too. Mark Meldrew says, Good afternoon, my mate. Buzzing today, knowing now I'm officially 1 stone down on the scales. Weight down. Wednesday down. It doesn't get much better. Well, 3 points tomorrow will do fine. See you later. Up the Ramble, up the Blades, up the Meldrew. Well done, Mark, says Ian. Absolutely right. Congrats, Marco, says Jamie Dumpling. Massive achievement, that. It is. Well done to you, pal. And well done to everyone. He's not the only one that's doing well, and it's great to see Jamie's obviously off in Oz having a good time. And I'm delighted for... I've so many reasons to be pleased, but I'm not. And I just wanted to jump on and say I'm absolutely fine. This is not a cry for help. This is nothing's out of the ordinary here for me, unfortunately. But I just wanted to sort of come on and say I'm struggling a little bit. I was yesterday, and I am more so today. And I don't know why. And there doesn't look. I've been on this roller coaster long enough to know there doesn't have to be any rhyme or reason to it. You know, things can be going great and all this sort of stuff. I'm going to be missing my family as well, and they're due back in about half an hour, to be fair, as soon as the press conference kicks off, ironically. So that'd be great to see them, and that'll give me a boost. But, you know, people often see on stream, and they'll have seen us on the after party and things like that and celebrating. And in the moment, you are having a great time, absolutely buzzing. But you can also be affected underneath it. And I can't control my moods. I can't. So I just wanted to sort of normalize it. And I'm on, you know, with these all 3 channels that we've got, we're on a bit of a mission to normalize it and let people think. I don't want people looking at me and saying, well, he used to struggle with his mental health, but I'm still struggling and he seems all right now. Well, this is more for those people that are still fighting a fight, because I want them to know I am too. It's not for any sympathy, because I will be fine. And I'm fortunate that my greatest support is going to be with me again in next half hour or so. But I've just been low the last couple of days, really low, and I don't understand it. Don't know why. I've not been eating very well whilst family's been away, but maybe that's had a part to play in it. There could be any reason really behind it. I just wanted to, again, I'll always jump on and be real with you about stuff, because you'll see me on Hot Off the Presser in a minute. And again, I'll always be real, but I don't like to dwell on stuff, because it's not, I don't want to bring anybody down by doing streams like this. That's not the purpose of it at all. And I don't want to worry anybody, because I'm absolutely fine. Trust me, if I streamed every time this happened, then there'd be a certainly a weekly episode on Behind the Ramble. But I'm okay. I know I'm going to be okay, but I'm just struggling at the minute. I don't know whether I've taken on a little bit too much. I don't know whether I'm letting some bits of stick get to me or whatever it might be. I'm just very, I don't know. It's an uncomfortable position to be in, but not an unfamiliar one. And I hope that makes sense. So again, I wanted to just come on and normalize it, and I will be absolutely fine. I'm going to the game tomorrow. Really looking forward to it. You know, if I put it in perspective, like this channel has got me to places that I would never thought I would be. I was, for example, for the game, we were in hospitality at director's box. were schmoozing with people that I never thought I'd be mixing with. Kyle Walker in there. Michael Brown came in afterwards. We're going to get together and do a podcast. All these, I grew up watching him in that Derby game, scoring that volley. And Chris Wilder's in there afterwards. He shakes my hand. All right, how you going? He recognised me. I'm like, what? What? I have nothing to be unhappy about. My family is healthy. Everybody's doing well. So it doesn't have to make sense, because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I have got nothing to be upset about. And I'm not upset per se. I'm just low. So anyway, I just wanted to jump on. Hope you're. I don't want. It's a really weird message to get out, because I don't want anybody worrying, and I don't want anybody to feel down or sorry for me or anything like that. It is my main purpose is to reach through there to the people that don't always believe that everybody's masking and want to. Then again, because somebody might see me happy on a stream or great to meet somebody and all this, I'm in a really good mood. I can be in a good mood in the moment. I'm not faking anything, but it's not the depths of how I'm feeling, if that makes sense. So you're never alone. You're never alone. There are so many more people just like me out there that are struggling as well. People that you wouldn't expect to struggling are, and I know that through people I've spoken to. And it's all right. The famous saying is, it's okay not to be okay. And it's however you want to talk. I know now, because of the brilliant people I've surrounded myself with, I'll be getting messages, both private and in the group and things like that, and maybe on here. Look, if you ever need to talk, mate, I'm an ear, and I'm here for you. I don't doubt any at all that that's genuine. But for me, I'm not really a talker like that, which flies in the face of what I'm doing today. But in terms of like getting my feelings off and my chest, I'd rather just. I think it's more powerful for me personally not to talk about it one-on-one with anybody, or just to relieve my pain, if that makes sense, because I can't really pinpoint how to recover from it. It's more just understanding that it's a moment in time and you will get through it. So that is how I choose to deal with it. Others may want to talk about it and feel better. If you haven't yet found your own way of recovering or starting to pull away from this, which I have, I identify it now a lot earlier. I know I just have to sort of ride the storm for a little bit, maybe just be around the people that I love and support me and understand me, rather than, come on, do you want to talk about it? Do you still miss your mum? Do you still all this sort of? Because I don't need that. Because for one, it's not just my mum. That my mum was the main trigger, but there's so much more to it. It's so layered. But I'm not a talker. Some people might, other people might be. So just because I don't want to talk one-to-one at the moment about anything to do with me doesn't mean, firstly, that I don't appreciate anybody that's reaching out, because it's with genuine good intent. Or, by the same token, that I wouldn't be more than willing to listen to anybody else that's struggling, because that's a different side of it, isn't it? It's helping each other. So, again, sorry to come on and talk about such a strong subject, but I'm not really that sorry for continuing to shine a light on mental health. I don't understand why we're not a little bit more kind to each other. That is one thing I have to say. It always surprises and disappoints me, how some people are. But on the whole, there's a lot of good people around. And like I said, there's a lot more struggling than you probably recognize. So I am fine. I will be fine. It's not really about me per se. It's a hard balance to strike. But to anybody out there that is struggling, you're not on your own. And it's something that more of us deal with than you understand. So let me just jump in and see what people are saying before we wrap up. Well done, Mel Drew, says Dom. Class that, pal, in terms of his weight loss. Absolutely brilliant. How you get the motivation. I think it's like a, what's the thing? It's a recurring effect, isn't it? You sort of see the weight loss and that motivates you to keep going. So I've still yet to. I've got a PT now, and we're going to be documenting. In fact, we're going to be filming on Thursday, so that'll be really fun. And we'll get a series out on Behind the Ramble as to how that's going. That's with S20 Fitness, Health and Fitness. But I'm really looking forward to starting that journey properly. But yeah, hopefully I can, follow the same track that Meldrew's gone down. Well done, pal. Going through a bit of a rough patch myself, mate, says Thom. You always seem to be able to time these little vids well in a selfish way. Makes things feel a little bit better. Thank you, mate. Do you know what? Not the fact that you're struggling, obviously, but the fact that you understand why I'm doing it. That's all I need now, because one person can resonate with what I'm doing. JD says, mate, I've struggled a bit too recently. Probably not helped because of FOMO, which for the adults or people over 25 in here is fear of missing out, I believe. With the match, but also trying to meet new people. Thank God for the chats, and big up Jord and Rich Carrington recently for keeping in touch, along with quite a few others. Absolutely right. I love that. Love that. Hope you're okay, Jamie. You know we're always here, mate. You'll reach out whenever you need. Paul says, Jimmy, after such a high, we all need to come back down. I'm sure, like me, we will focus back on what really matters. Absolutely. I spoke to my wife just very briefly now. I didn't bother her while she was on holiday, but she's just rung me to say they've landed and they're on the way back from Manchester, which is brilliant. I'm really looking forward to seeing them. And she says, how are you? I said, well, to be honest, I'm quite low, and I have been for the past couple of days. And she firstly were annoyed that I didn't tell her, but I'm not going to tell her while she's on holiday, ma. But then she was like, yeah, but you've got to think about the roller coaster of a weekend that you've been on, and the emotions involved, obviously predominantly football, but other stuff as well. So she's like, you need to cut yourself a bit of slack. And anyway, they'll be home soon, so that'll be good. Ian says, Jimmy, it's part of the secret sauce that's in this community. It seems that a lot of us have found each other for the same reasons. Love that, Ian. Hope you're well, mate. Thank you for everything that you do, pal. This holiday is also the first time I seem quite introverted in ages, says Jamie. I seem that way, though, when around new people. Yeah, that's normal. That's normal. I am very much, and I've spoken about it before, I'm quite socially awkward, or I certainly can be. It's people have different way. I overthink things, and people have the different ways, don't they? I won't read too much. Just again, Jamie, that's understanding yourself, though, isn't it? And because you have twigged, and I'm no expert on this, by the way, I'm just giving an opinion. Because you've twigged that you can be quite introverted around new people, there might be ways that you can put yourself in a more comfortable position when having to meet new people, if that makes sense. Bisto Brett says, evening, Jimmy. Evening. We're very similar in how we deal with things. You do a brilliant job with this, highlighting it in the right way. One of the nicest blokes I know, not just after a drink at the coffee. Oh, thank you, mate. Thank you. Yeah, that's a lovely thing to say. I'm very lucky to be surrounded by a lot of good people, and you're one of them, pal. Nath says, mental health is so important. We're all batteries and recharge in different ways. I like to listen to music and get designing training sessions. It's important that we help each other in life's journey. What a fantastic sentiment that is. Yeah, completely agree. As I say, it wasn't a big one. It wasn't supposed to be a huge emotional outpouring. So I won't keep you, and I'm going to go watch the press conference in 15 minutes. But again, it's that message that nobody's ever on their own. And whether you're an official part of the Ramble community, or you're just somebody that watches in the background, don't ever feel like you can't reach out to me, or certainly one of the main players that always make themselves known. We will always make time for you, because that's what we try and harness, that sort of, togetherness and making sure everybody's all right. It's the things you see on social media where people slate each other and pull each other down. I think it's just absolute madness. I'm not saying you can't have banter, but come on, it's crazy. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Thank you to everybody that's watched. Hope you're all okay. I will be okay. Please don't worry about me. It were more a case of, I know what's happening to me. I don't want other people just to think that because they see me smiling and laughing all the time that I'm not masking, because I am. And that's not to put the spotlight on me. That's to highlight that it can happen to anybody, and it's still happening to a lot of people. So you're not on your own. I'm certainly here with you, and there'll be a lot more of us too. So I'll catch up with you soon. We'll be on the Blades Ramble around 2 o'clock with Hot Off the Presser. And tonight on Ramble FC, we've got something really special, and that is the Ramble Soccer Special. 8 watch-alongs at the same time, done Soccer Saturday style with different presenters. So come and join us there. Really looking forward to it. And I'll catch up with you soon. Up the Blade.